Hi everyone, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Resident Rulebreakers. My name is Kayla.
And I'm Camille.
And on this episode, we're talking about episode 221, Stuck as Foretold.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know, to me it wasn't as memorable as previous episodes.
I'll agree with that. It wasn't as memorable as, say, the previous episode was. I mean, you remember that episode.
Yeah, that sticks with you.
Yeah. But this one, the first topic is Nic, Kyle, and Jessie. And last episode, Nic chooses to go get tested because Jessie needs to have a kidney transplant way faster than what is allowed for her.
Yeah. Because she's a drug addict, she had to wait till she was 6 months sober, and they don't think that she'll last the wait.
So, in this episode, we find out Nic is a match, but she has an anomaly with her kidneys, so she can't donate.
Yeah.
And so, but we also find out that their father is a match. And I've been very wary about Kyle since he was introduced.
Yeah, same here. But do you think that I kind of understood why he wasn't willing to donate too. He brought up some, like, yes, emotionally he should be, like, all, ready to volunteer because that's his daughter. But at the same time, he does make some pretty good points with, she's a drug addict. What if I donate and she relapses? You know what I mean?
I do see where Kyle's coming from because, like you said, what if Jessie relapses? That's his kidney. He's got one. Now he's only got one working kidney himself. His other kidney is in Jessie. And that kidney, if she relapses, it gets damaged.
Yeah.
So I do see where he's coming from, but I also wonder why he's not more helpful for Jessie. So, but, after Nic confronts him about the scenario, he just walks out.
Yeah.
And Nic's like, I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I didn't expect anything different from Kyle than this scenario.
Yeah, neither did I. I was kind of hoping that he would change. There's this part of me that was hoping that, we're just wishing for the worst kind of thing. And he actually turns out to be a good guy at the end of it all, especially considering this is his blood, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really that surprised.
Me neither.
Which is sad. I mean, it's sad that, most of the audience expect nothing better, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, Nic and Jessie are like, they're both were like, so we're alone again,
Yeah.
They both expected it, despite everything that Jessie wanted. She wanted him to be there, despite all that. They both kind of figured this was going to happen as soon as things got hard on them.
Yeah. I mean, they had a cute moment with the breakfast pancakes.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look
that did not look like an elephant.
No.
No elephant in that pancake. That looked more like a head.
No, it didn't. But it also, in this, we have Alec.
Yeah.
And not only was he with Nic while she was getting tested herself, which I thought was just really creepy and really weird.
Why?
I don't know. Alec needs to this isn't his fight. This isn't his thing. This is on Nic.
Yeah, but
no, this isn't anything.
Doctor?
No, that was Conrad.
Yeah, but he was there when she was doing the...
He inserted himself into the situation.
Yeah, but Conrad wasn't in the picture anymore.
But he's still her doctor.
I don't know. I thought it was sweet. I mean,
it's
nobody nobody should. I don't think that anybody should get that kind of like information by themselves.
I just think that someone else should, like, her dad should have been with her, or Jesse should have been with her, or something, but it should never have been Alec. Alec, that's not his domain.
Yeah.
That's not his domain. He is not her boyfriend. He is not in a relationship with Nic. And he's inserting himself in a situation he should not be inserting himself into. And it's making him really creepy.
I guess.
It's just my opinion. It's becoming creepy at this point. And then at the end of the episode...
Well, that was creepy. I'll give you that. But him coming to the Nikki's house, like banging on the door and be like, "Hey, how badly do you want to help your sister?"
Because as we saw from the promo, from the next episode, which you can see on YouTube or you can watch it on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that whole plot line is the getting the kidney. You can see John Noble making his appearance in the promo, and you see Alec. But it's a black market. It's a black market kidney.
Yeah.
I fear Alec's gonna get caught. That's just
Is he really not gonna be in the finale?
His name's not listed in the press release.
I'm struggling finding ways to defend him.
I am too, but you see Conrad's, steps up to the plate. We're gonna talk about the finale and everything later, but I'm glad that maybe Conrad does shed some light on this scenario, but I just that it makes me cringe that Nic would even consider this.
Well, I mean, she's like desperate.
She's a nurse. She knows it's illegal.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm going with that. Because if it's on the black market, that means it hasn't been tested. It hasn't been, there can be anything wrong with this kidney.
Yeah.
So they can't use the kidney. They can't she can't do the surgery at Chastain. There's so many things that could go wrong, and I'm totally against that part. So yeah, Rama, we're gonna discuss more on that later.
I'm kind of nervous about next week's episode. I hope that like nobody gets in trouble. And I swear to you, like John Noble, he keeps me out.
Okay, the thing about John Noble, and I've had experience because I'm a huge Fringe fanatic. John Noble obviously was in Lord of the Rings, and he plays some creepy characters. Okay, Walter could be creepy in many ways. I mean, Walter did some crazy stuff in Fringe, and you watched Fringe, then John Noble can pull the creepy off, because he had a double that he played, like a counterpart of his character, and he was creepy.
Oh God! I only know John Noble from Lord of the Rings, and that dude was.
You have to.
That king was crazy, creepy, gross. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of excited, but also worried. Okay, so you want to go with the next topic?
Yes.
Okay, so the next topic is blood shortage in Chastain. Also, with the patient story. Man, that was there's like literally no blood. I think at the beginning of the episode, they said there were only like 4 units of blood for the whole hospital. And there was no, like, I think it was Mina who suggested, like, asking other hospitals if they have blood there also. But there was no blood anywhere. And poor guy. He was, like, found in the middle of the woods by himself or whatever. And he was losing blood. They couldn't find... They only had, like, 1 unit of blood to give him. right?
Yes.
Yeah. They had a hyperbaric chamber too. That looked. I don't know how does that work. How does that work? Do you know how that works?
It's like a submarine where they lower the pressure, so
How does that help with the patient?
like it lowered the pressure so his body isn't pumping so much blood.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm guessing from it. If you listen and you know more about a hyperbaric chamber than what I took from the episode, feel free to message us and explain it to us.
Yeah.
Because neither one of us are medical professionals.
Yeah. No, none of us are
No.
at all. You can buy a. I just googled it. It says that you can buy your own hyperbaric chamber for like $12,000.
Okay.
If you guys want like to know what it feels like being in a submarine and have $12,000 laying around, it's on Google.
Yeah, I mean, but the scene that I loved the most was Conrad giving his own blood.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, like they had run out of blood to give him. Like the guy was still dying or whatever in the hyperbaric chamber, and they had run out of the blood in the bag or whatever. So the guy was coding, and it was either Conrad giving blood or whatever, or him dying. But that was dangerous because he had just given blood like a month prior, right?
Yes, I mean, there's regulations on giving blood, and one of them is you can't give blood too often because your body has to replenish its blood cells or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Conrad, and then I liked he was like, "I'm clean. There's no STDs, no nothing." And he said O negative, so he was a universal donor, and like no matter what the patient had, it would have been a match. He would have been able to give the blood and stuff. I liked how when Conrad was about to leave the chamber, AJ like gave him looked at him and said respect, because that is that that was really good that he saw a problem and was able to fix it and stuff and donated his own.
Yeah. And then Mina also brought up, this isn't Afghanistan or Iraq, Conrad. This isn't when you were in the military or whatever.
Yeah.
So, because they do that stuff in the military, but here in the United States, blood has to go through a process to check for STDs and typing and all this stuff. But there is a blood shortage.
Yes. At the end of the episode, they had an American Red Cross.
A statistic.
It said that every 22 seconds, someone in the hospital needs blood, but only 3 out of 100 people donate blood. And so there's a shortage of blood all over the United States because the demand is high, but the supply is low. So everyone should donate
if you can. Now there are medical there are medical restrictions. Like I have a medical restriction from giving blood.
Yeah, and I'm anemic, so I need all the blood. I need the blood, my own blood. But yeah, if you have no medical restrictions or whatever, go to the nearest American Red Cross and donate. You get money, I think. Don't they pay you?
They pay you.
Yep, and you get free food too because they get cookies and.
They help you with getting your blood sugar back up after you donate.
Yeah. I know a lot of homeless people would actually donate their blood, like, to get money. I know that sounds weird, but
we just want to remind you that if you can donate blood, to donate blood.
Yes. It's a necessity. It's a lifesaver.
Yes. Because you never know when someone will need it.
Yep.
The next topic is Kit, Belle, and Kit's ex-husband, Brett.
Yep.
I was so excited to see Brett back. I love Christopher B. Duncan. I love the fact I love the fact that he's on this show. And I'm excited. I was so excited to see that he was going to be back. But he's still in the hospital, Brett is. Of course, he had massive surgery, so I'm absolutely okay with him still being in the hospital.
But he wants to fight for Kit.
And I think
have a second chance.
I think it's really sweet. Even, I mean, considering what she did to him.
Yeah.
Like, that is, like, amazing.
Forgiveness.
That is an amazing amount of forgiveness. I don't think I would have that kind of heart if the other person cheated on me like that. But Kit's wanting to. She's leading in that direction to try to start having a relationship with her ex again. They're talking about going to baseball games and.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of sweet that Belle is like, you know, you can kind of tell Belle has feelings for Kit.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, but he's giving her space to make her own choice. Like, I'm not gonna force you to choose. You have your thing with your ex, but I'm here. I'm a choice too.
So we're gonna see where Kit makes her decision. Yeah. I really don't know which one I want. I like both of these guys. I know. This is a decision, like, I like both these outcomes, and I really am. Normally I have one way or the other, and this one, I'm okay with either one.
Yeah. This is my worry. Like, if Kit chooses Brett, that's a signal that Jane's leaving the show.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is like her way out of the show, I guess. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I'm hoping that Jane will have a few episodes next season. Like, if her pilot gets picked up, what I read was she might recur in a few episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we'll get that, because I love Kit to death. And I hope all the best if Jane's pilot gets picked up.
Yeah. It's like, we want you to have another job, but also can you stay at your old job, please? But, I mean, she's just, Kit is funny, and she brings this softer and, you know, kinder side to Belle. You know, and I like that. Shoot. I like them better than I did Belle and Hunter.
Ah, yes, definitely. Belle and Hunter gave me the creeps. Yeah. I was totally against that one.
Yeah, at least Kit wasn't committing fraud or anything like that.
Nope.
That we know of, anyway.
Yeah. So, either way, I'm okay with it, but if Jane leaves the show, I will be sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah, but do you think we'll find out on the season finale, like, what the direction is gonna be, or will they still leave it open ended for season 3?
I don't know. I'd love to see what they say after the finale airs.
Yeah.
I'll be keeping an eye out for that one.
Yeah.
The next topic is Belle, Grayson, and his mom, who was in the Halloween episode, right?
I love Grayson. Grayson is so funny. I love him and his at first he was irritating. I'm like, like so incompetent. I felt like he was so incompetent with his job or whatever. So I was surprised that Belle hadn't fired him yet. But he is such a great comedic character.
Like, he provides a good sense of comedic relief to the show.
Yes.
I love the actor who plays him, and we need him to stay on the show.
Redneck Lord.
Yes. He's funny.
Yeah, he's great name, too.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine, like, your name is Redneck Lord?
But I love Grayson's mom was diagnosed with gonorrhea by Kit.
Yes.
And I loved Grayson's reaction to it. He's like, "Did you give my mom gonorrhea?"
Sounds like, are you about to hit me? I love those two. They're so funny. Oh my gosh. I mean, I loved it when like Kit was in the operating room and Vivian was still awake and they were talking. Kit was like, "It could be worse. It could have been in your eye. You have pus coming out of your eyeballs or whatever." And Vivian's like, "Ew, no."
But it was only her knee. But
yeah,
I just found it funny, and I like the scene at the end where Belle's giving blood, where Grayson comes up to him and they're talking, and Belle's like, I had millions of reasons to fire you already, but for some reason I just decided to keep you around.
Yeah, and defending his mom wasn't one of the reasons. Isn't a reason to fire him.
No,
I like that.
I like that.
I like when Grayson said, "You're a good guy." Underneath it all, like Belle tries to be a hard ass, but he's actually a good guy.
He is. Like, they really changed the characters enough to where he's lovable now.
Yeah.
And like when the show started, even back in the beginning of season 2, you're like, this guy, like, I couldn't stand Belle. Like, I had so many things, like, he needs to get what's handed to him for what he's doing and everything. But now, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say about that.
For him. It's quite a turnaround because last season a lot of people wanted him fired and I wanted him gone and stuff like that. Now he's the good guy.
But one of the things I noticed when Belle was giving blood, and I don't know if this was Bruce or what, but like he bent his arm. When you're got a needle in your arm, you can't bend it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's like a goof on something. Just saying the needle will either come out or break.
Yeah.
So that's something I noticed, but I absolutely loved Grayson and Belle giving blood together.
I know, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Those two, I would love my dad to come back.
I want him to recur next season, definitely.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like, last season I was a big advocate for Jess and Tasso to come back in season 2, and I still am a big advocate for them to come back season 3. I love them. We need more more. But now I'm like, yeah, we also need one more for sure, because like we've said before, the Resident deals with a lot of heavy topics. They're comedic relief for the show because they deal with such heavy topics,
Mm-hmm.
and to have little bits and pieces here and there to laugh at, during times when you're crying or whatever. It's a good thing.
It is, most definitely, and so I'm all for Tasso, Jessica, and Redek coming back for season 3.
And if you guys don't know who we're talking about, we're talking about
And Jessica.
Nurse Jessica, the actor who plays Irving and also Grayson, Dr. Bell's assistant. Okay, so next topic is AJ and Mina. They had their this week we found out that AJ started looking into his biological family, his parents and stuff. I think that's courageous.
That is, like, I didn't ever expect this plot line for AJ, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because for him, it was like he was fine being adopted. He got a good life. He got an education. Yep. He had a steady childhood out of being adopted.
Yeah.
So, it always seemed like it bothered him, but he got over it. But now he's looking into it. And I'm okay with that. I actually want to see this plotline play out.
When we first found out in season 1 that AJ was adopted, I had hope that we would meet his adopted parents. That'd be so cute to have like a little, this is my family. And also, I would have loved to see back of season 1 also when he first came on that I wanted them to explore his biological family. There's a lot of curiosity with adopted kids. Yes, he's good. He has a great life, and it's all because of his adopted parents or whatever. You can't blame him for being curious. Also, I think that it stems from age betrayal. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, because Abe was AJ's mentor and stuff, and AJ was hurt by Abe, and so I think that in a way it pushed him to want to know where he came from, kind of thing. The source of his pain, the source of his original pain. Because Mina told Abe that AJ's first betrayal was his parents, and his second biggest betrayal was Abe. But yes, I feel like that betrayal kind of spurred AJ to looking for his parents and stuff.
So, like, because before the episode aired, there was this sneak peek, and you see AJ talking to this woman, and, like, when I first saw the sneak peek, I thought, oh, AJ's gonna get a new love interest, or something. I didn't have a clue where they were going until I saw the episode, and this lady was working with the adoption agency to help him find his parents.
Yeah.
And
did you notice Mina's jealous look when she saw AJ talking to the woman? She's like, who's that?
Yeah, they framed it in a way where it showed Mina's jealousy. I really think that they're going in that direction. It's just going to be really slow. But from what we get off of AJ searching for his family is, one, he doesn't know if he's going to look into it quite yet. He's cautious. He closed the laptop and just said, I don't know if I'm going to do this at the end of the episode.
But he did tell. Well, that's the thing that's confusing. Is he told Mina a lot about his parents, but yet they opened it. So how did he know all that information about his parents being doctors in Atlanta and still being together and having kids and stuff like that without having opened the email?
It may have been other material, like he didn't have contact information or something.
Oh, so that's what's in the email. It's like their phone number and addresses and stuff?
Probably. But what we find out is that they're both, doctors.
Yeah.
And he
in
has
Atlanta.
3 siblings.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could see where he would feel betrayed by that.
Yeah. Well, he was given away when they were in medical school. So I guess like they wanted to be doctors, and they thought having him was gonna like impede that
We
career
also
goal.
find out what his real name is.
Yeah. August.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see him go by that more often instead of AJ. Or I love them calling him the Raptor, but I would love to, someone just blurt out August Jeremiah.
Yeah. August Jeremiah Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a black author whose first name is August or something, so that's what I'm thinking AJ was named after. August Wilson, that's who it is. Yeah, he's a playwright. I'm assuming that's who AJ was named after. But that's what I'm thinking. Then Jeremiah is a Bible name.
Yes. I like the fact that we finally have this info on AJ.
Yeah.
And there was an interview with Todd Harth with TV Line.
Yep.
And he said that this storyline is going to continue over into season 3. So
yes.
We're going to get tons of AJ searching for his identity and his self.
So spoiler alert, Malcolm-Jamal Warner is coming back.
Yes, more Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
I love him.
So we're very much looking forward to that part of things to come.
Yep.
The next topic we have is Devin.
Yes.
And the new anesthesiologist. I don't like her.
Yeah, neither do I. The jokes aren't funny.
No.
Did you laugh at the jokes?
No. Like I love a good pun, but those just weren't funny.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, you're trying too hard.
But like, Devin needs a good girl.
Yeah.
Stop giving him these girls that, there's just something wrong. Like, this girl she stole morphine from their patient, and, Devin deserves better than that. I'm hoping they'll bring Jenna back in season 3, and they'll start rekindling the Julie and Devin romance. I don't want to, like, this new anesthesiologist, I don't need another bad doctor. We've already seen what corrupt doctors do. I don't really need to see this plotline again. Yeah,
no. And not just that, but, I mean, she really dealing with a drug addict storyline? Do we really need to have another drug addict storyline? That's what I was thinking, is that she's a drug addict and she's using the morphine for later or whatever for herself. I mean, that's the only thing that I could think of. Why else would she sneak that out or whatever? So that she's also a drug dealer.
But
yeah. I don't like her.
I don't like her either. But the only good thing that came out of her was Mina laughing in the OR.
Jessica's face. She was like, what? Jessica in that small scene was like, what's that? And like, I've never heard Dr. Okafor laugh out loud.
This is the first time in 2 seasons that we've seen this type of emotion out of, at least this positive emotion out of Mina. Like, this season has just shown so much. Like, at first I thought Mina was so robotic and stuff, but she's really, like, opening up, and I really love it.
Yeah. But, to be honest with you, I think that Micah did that to her. Because first season, I saw little bits of cracks in her when Micah had his surgery during the finale. The season finale, she was like at his bedside, crying or whatever. waiting for him to wake up. So I think that Micah helped her kind of be more open with emotions, even after they break up. She's that influence is still with her.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I loved how free she's been lately with her emotions. But the new anesthesiologist, if any of you who write the Resident are listening, please
take that out.
Yeah.
Well, I know she's on episode 22.
Yes, and see, she's in the finale as well.
She is.
Yeah, she's gonna be the doctor that's on Micah's surgery.
Oh God! If she does anything to Micah, I'm gonna kill her. Okay. Yeah. That is so not. But I don't want her to mess with Micah.
Well, neither does Mina apparently, because it's in the press release. She goes to about higher ups and says, "I don't want her on Micah's surgery." That's the press release. It literally says that.
Yeah. Hopefully, what's his name? Well, I know the anesthesiologist who is actually who usually play. I know the guy who usually plays the anesthesiologist was there for the season finale, so maybe he's the one who's going to do microsurgery and kick off the girl, not just look. You know, anesthesiologist. The main anesthesiologist is Dr. Chu, played by Vince Foster. So, but yeah.
So, that's really all we have for discussing the episode.
Yeah.
We have a few notes we wanted to add.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we wanted to add this last week, but we didn't get to add it. Congrats to Evan Whitten, who played Henry in the earlier episodes of season 2. He was nominated for Young Artist Award. He was nominated in the Best Guest Star category. So, congratulations, Evan. You did such a great job on the show, and hope you win.
Yeah, congrats, Evan. He's a good actor for being so young.
Yeah. Yeah. He had me in tears. Couple of episodes.
Oh, and then the other note we wanted to make was because of the response to If Not Now When on the 27th, Fox decided to re-air the episode for people who missed it the first time for any inconvenience. I know there were some issues with certain towns, certain networks had some audio issues. They were playing a ball game, I think, on one market, something like that. So if you missed it, so we're gonna move on to what's gonna happen to the rest of the season. We're not really to give spoilers, but we are just gonna talk about what has been released.
Mm-hmm.
The next episode to go to the air, which airs on the 29th, it's called Broker and Brokers, episode 222. And this episode features, like we said in the beginning of the podcast, it features John Noble as a organ broker.
Yeah.
And, of course, it has Alec trying to, get Nic to do some black market organ trading. She isn't very happy with Alec in this episode, according to the press release.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame her, to be quite honest. But she takes this idea to Conrad, and it looks from the trailer that Conrad confronts Alec over it.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see a Conrad-Alec showdown.
We've all been waiting for that to happen for a while now. But yeah. Do you think Conrad will punch him?
I would love to see it.
Not that we're advocating at violence. We're not advocating at violence, but...
No, but, it would... Like, I don't know what's going to happen because the press release for the finale does not have Miles' name in it.
Yeah. Maybe he leaves.
So I wonder how they wrapped up Alec's storyline. Did Alec end up in jail? There's numerous questions I have to this.
Well, during my conversations with Miles, he did say that there was like positive, talk with him on his last day of set. There was some positive talk to him, but he said interesting discussion on set yesterday on my last day. So think positive thoughts. So I don't know if it's interesting discussions, like we would like you to come back, or interesting discussions like we have another project for you that's not the resident, and maybe you'd be good for it.
I don't know. It's just like this storyline didn't resound with a lot of fans. The love triangle made fans really mad, and I'm among them because like people love Conic. People adore this ship, and so and like at first I was like, okay, I just want to see where they're gonna go with this. But for this character, he had so much potential, and then they squandered it on a love triangle.
Yeah, like I said, I have talked to Miles about it, but throughout the past couple weeks, and I said to him, they should have showed more of your backstory, more of his backstory as to why he's fighting the system. I feel like it was a missed opportunity, and he agreed with me. He said, it's interesting they didn't get into any origin work of Alec and stuff, and so it's disappointing. It's a missed opportunity. If Miles leaves the show, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves, but I would be sad at the same time because I do think he was underused and stuff. And I really wish that they wouldn't have introduced him as like this guy to kind of like cause trouble with, Nic and Conrad.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they introduced him with this interesting backstory that they kind of mentioned, and then they just dropped it.
Yeah.
And then they just pull full force into this love triangle, and I don't like that. I wanted to see more three-dimensionality to Alec.
Yeah.
And but what we got was a creepy guy who I'm ready to see go.
Yeah. So you need to leave now.
I hate to say that because I love Miles. He's such a sweet guy, but But also in this episode, there's a lottery winner. Their financial issues that Chastain's having are becoming apparent, and Belle's trying to fix it before it gets worse.
Yeah.
So there's a lottery winner Belle tries to get money out of, and then Devin is trying to help, and Irving, Tasso's in this episode, to help Mina piece together issues from a night out because AJ sidelines her from surgery. So she has amnesia. There was a sneak peek that just came out of her having amnesia and Devin giving her an exam. So
neural exam.
Yeah. So that's interesting to see what happened with Mina, what she do, something that was so out of her character. Is it because of AJ? Is it because of Micah? Is it?
Yeah, Micah's back. Micah will be back. Patrick will be back on the season finale. So hopefully, I wonder how those two will interact.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. But in the season finale, which is going to air on May the 6th.
Yeah.
The Unbefriended.
Yep.
And Chastain's obviously got some financial woes that are in play here. And Belle's going to try to sell it. I love that Kit's going to try to talk him out of it. Conrad is going to help Nic track down Kyle. So Corbin Burson is in the finale to convince him to consider donating his kidney after all. So
yeah, I still think that he's the person on the surgical table in that behind the scenes video. So maybe he does have a change of heart and donate kidney or whatever. I would be really sad if like that's not Corbin on the table.
I would be very sad too, because I don't like the black market kidney storyline.
Yeah.
I would love to see if it would be Kyle have a change of heart, especially if it was Conrad that maybe brought it about.
Yeah.
I would love that. And then, of course, like you mentioned earlier, that Micah was back in the finale, that Patrick Walker is in this episode.
Yes.
When I first saw that Patrick was on set, I was really surprised. I was like, I never thought I'd see him again, you know.
And he's having another surgery. Is this like gonna be a routine now where like every season finale Micah's back for another open heart surgery?
But like I mentioned earlier, the new doctor, the new anesthesiologist gets assigned to Micah's surgery, and the press release says Mina tells AJ that she doesn't like it. And
yeah.
So, and then it actually says Devin's plotline for the finale is he fights for a patient who they suspect is uninsured.
Yeah.
So there's tons of material here to see where they go. And actually, a spoiler alert, on the IMDb page, there's some stuff in there that makes us think that this finale, the description is less than it seems. It looks like there's a flashback to Nick's childhood.
Oh yeah, they had they guest starred a lot of young Nic.
Nic and Jessie.
Oh, young Nic and Jessie, yeah.
And their mom.
Yeah.
So
maybe
I'm excited
it's like a dream. Like Kyle is having a dream while he's under anesthesia or something. Like a dream sequence.
I don't know, but it may help open up to what Nic has gone through.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, that's not really a spoiler alert, but it is on the IMDb page if anyone wants to take a peek.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff here for these next 2 episodes, and I'm excited to see where they take these next 2 episodes with everything.
Kind of nervous about what they're gonna do with the next season, like how they're gonna transition to the next season or whatever. I just hope that things work out. I want everyone to have a happy ending. If that's too much to ask.
We'll still have to see where they went with it. Before we leave, I just wanted to mention that there are multiple ways to listen to the Resident Rulebreakers. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and Google Play. You can also email us at theresidentrulebreakers@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Resident Podcast. There's the Facebook group, the Resident Fox Fans, and the Instagram account, which is also the Resident Fox Fans. So there's multiple ways to contact us, follow us, listen to us. So until next week, where we discuss episode 222, Broker and Broker. My name is Kayla.
And I'm Cleo.
And bye.
Bye, y'all.